to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. A robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
WQAM invites you to salute America's heroes this Memorial Day weekend, May 23rd and 24th on the shores of Miami Beach at the Hyundai Air and Sea Show. Free to the public, so bring the whole family. The greatest show above the earth is bigger and better than ever. Don't miss the 5 city blocks of military displays. To get more info and to enter to win 2 VIP passes, visit WQAM.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-507-9701. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-507-9701. That's 800-507-9701. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-323-8922. 800-323-8922. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-323-8922.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Meta World Peace, what's up, man?
Nah, that's not my name anymore, thanks to Hard Rock Bet.
We're doing this again, are we?
Now I go by Meta over rebounds, under assists, method of first basket, free throw, piece.
Huh, so you really can same game parlay practically anything now on Hard Rock Bet.
It's the only place I play these days.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start playing today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
The following game is an exclusive presentation of WQAM Miami.
Norby hammers high in the sky, out to left, no doubt about it. And that was a no-doubt bomb for Norby.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck. The official pregame show of the Miami Marlins on the home of the Marlins, WQAM.
1-1, that one crushed out to right and deep. Ray is looking up, and it's gone. Serious pop. That's cleanup man X to you.
Marlins on Deck is brought to you by ADT, the official security partner of the Miami Marlins, and by Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
It's all down. I'm pissed off. I'm ready to go. Why do you get so pissed off? I don't like hitters.
Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Straub.
All right, it's time to get one here. Nice job, Trev. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live from Lone Depot Park here in Miami on, again, what feels like a Miami summer day, 90 degrees outside here on this Saturday afternoon. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio. The roof and the walls, of course, are slammed and shut today. We're on 104.3 FM WQAM. Game 40 of 162. Folks, almost a quarter of the way through the 2026 season. Miami continues this 10-game homestand, searching for some momentum after falling to 2-6 on this backyard run. The Fish have suffered 3 one-run losses, and they've been in all these contests, but they've just been a step behind in the win-loss column. The Marlins are in need of a reset and a little cleanup tonight, so naturally they will send Junk to the mound. That's Janson Junk, 30-year-old right-hander who sports a 2 ERA. He'll take his turn in the rotation. He will go opposite, I guess, 2 guys here today in Washington. 30-year-old left-hander Richard Lovelady will serve as the opening pitcher for the Washington Nationals today. Lovelady, he's given up just 1 earned run in 7 2/3 innings pitched since joining the Nationals in mid-April, and he will now be called upon to make his first career technically start in the majors. But again, folks, this is just an opening assignment for Richard Lovelady. The guy that will follow Lovelady, Zach Littell, who signed a deal late in spring training with the Nationals. 30-year-old right-hander has struggled this year, but they're trying to figure out a way to get some innings out of Littell. We are pumped to bring you Game 2 of this 3-game divisional clash between your 17-22 Miami Marlins and the 18-21 Washington Nationals. Per usual, on Saturdays here at home, we will start at 4:10 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Saturday afternoon with Jack McMullen and Rod Allen. I'm Steven Strom. We got a really good program for you today. We thank you for your participation as we set the stage for Game 2 between the Nationals and the Marlins. First, I want to talk about Robbie Snelling's start last night. We will also deep dive into Xavier Edwards' improvement from the right side. Last year, from the right side, Xavier Edwards hit .236. He's up to .329 now. We will discover why that has been the case. We'll get you at the count with Junk and Littell. Jack will jump in for segment 4. We'll get to our X-Poll question today at Marlins Radio and Steve's guarantee to victory. So let's start with Robbie Snelling, who made his major league debut yesterday. It was 5 innings. It was 3 runs surrendered all in that first inning, 2 hits, 4 walks, and a couple of punch-outs. Let's hear from Robbie Snelling last night on the overall emotions and what he thought of his start.
Pretty surreal, actually being able to step on the mound, lots of emotions, lots of adrenaline, and, usually like looking back on outings, I'm a pretty big critic of myself. Today's a pretty unique situation, so try not to be too hard on myself. Look at the really good takeaways, be able to understand that I made some good pitches and good spots with guys on base. Talk to a bunch of guys in the dugout. It's like pretty frustrating when in the first inning I feel like I can put any pitch where I want to, and that's the inning that I got hurt on. So guy put a really good swing on a fastball up and in, and it's how it is up here. So being able to go back to the drawing board and be like, if that's a pitch, it's an inch higher, an inch more inside, like it's a different outcome. But that's how the ball is up here. So really looking forward to the next one.
First of many from the 22-year-old left-hander, one of the top prospects in the Marlins organization. And yesterday, just being on the field before this game, typically you see the starting pitcher like in some sort of cage or dungeon and like no one is allowed to bother them. Robbie Snelling was out here on the field, taking it in, back, capwards back, just kind of like observing everything, the surroundings. I don't know if he was doing some sort of grounding, but it was weird, right? For a starting pitcher to be out here is taking things in. Here was Snelling on his laid-back approach, even on his start day.
Yeah, I try and keep everything super light. I'm not a starter that comes into the locker room on a start day, and I don't want anybody to talk to me. Like I don't want it to feel any different. So come in, try and chop it up with the guys, and my thing is kind of going out, and I was joking about it, like the roof being closed today. I try and go out and roam around the outfield barefoot and walk around, and usually BP is not going on, and there was no sun out today. So it's kind of like being able to just be outside of the clubhouse and interact with people. I don't want to feel isolated on any day. I want to treat it just like a normal day. So it kind of gets my mind right.
Well, if you plan on doing that, Robbie Snelling, in your next start, I would probably wear socks because it's going to be in Minnesota and it's going to be in the mid-40s, and that's the next time we will see Robbie Snelling. We'll break. Coming up next, Xavier Edwards. You know, he's already tied a career high in home runs, and the batting average, especially from the right side, is through the roof. We will talk about what he's worked on and what is working for Xavier Edwards over in the offseason. We had a great conversation with him at FanFest. We will share that next on the Marlins Radio Network.
I'm Adam Werner. As the official law firm of the Miami Marlins, Werner, Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia fights for our clients the same way the Marlins fight on the field, relentlessly and with a winning strategy. Our team represents clients in personal injury, workers' compensation, veterans disability, bankruptcy, and Social Security cases. From our home office in Miami, Florida, we provide powerhouse legal representation built on dedication, experience, and results. If you need a team that's ready to step up to the plate for you, visit WernerHoffman.com. Werner, Hoffman, and Greg and Garcia, proudly serving the 305 community.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, and our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry with Bahamas and USA.
This is Owen Casey, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on 104.3 WQAM.
Well, Xavier Edwards just continues to be scorching hot for the Miami Marlins. Yesterday, his third career leadoff home run, and it also matched his career high in home runs with his third of the season yesterday. Welcome back here to Marlins on Deck. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, and Rod Allen. Getting you ready here for Game 2 on this Saturday afternoon from Lone Depot Park. Zach Littell will follow Richard Lovelady here today, and Janson Junk will take the ball for Clayton McCullough's Marlins this afternoon. So I did want to get into Xavier Edwards. He's just been scorching hot, and how he's done it has been super impressive. We've always known X to be a contact guy, high batting average, but you're starting to see him really slug the ball. The other element to this, especially coming off last year, was X had, I would say, I don't want to say appalling splits, but noticeable splits from the left side and the right side. So last year, Xavier Edwards from the right side. Obviously, we know X is a switch hitter. He hit .236 with a .564 OPS. We asked this question to Xavier Edwards at FanFest in February, right here at Lone Depot Park. We get a handful of guests, and X was one of them. And I thought today would be a really good opportunity to bring this back to the forefront. Here's Xavier Edwards on what he was working on in the offseason on the right side. Again, the splits were very different, and how he worked on it over in the offseason in 2026.
I didn't really feel like I had a groove right-handed kind of all year. Like, it kind of started in spring, and it kind of carried out throughout the year. And usually I turn around at some point, I get it going, and it clicks, and I can ride it for a while on the right-hand side. But that kind of didn't happen this year. You know, that's kind of just a part of playing at the major league level, you know, the toughest league in the world, and also switch hitting, you know, one of the more difficult things to do in baseball.
Yeah.
So just balancing that, making sure I'm getting enough right-handed swings. So I've been really diligent with my work this offseason, specifically on the right-hand side.
Quick follow-up on that. Are you a natural lefty or natural righty?
I'm a natural righty.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like most switch hitters are.
Yeah.
But yeah, natural righty. And over the years, I just have put like so much time in on left-hand side because before it was so behind that I had to try to get it to catch up, and it took so much time for it to finally catch up that, like, you know, I just had that blueprint of like hitting twice as much on left-hand side, and then we come out to the games and it's right-hand pitcher. So I'm just constantly taking so much more left-hand swings that, you know, I have to kind of reinstill and, you know, reinstall that right-handed swing and making sure that my foundation is good on the right-hand side. And my sequencing is good and all that things also.
Interesting because Xavier Edwards, a natural right-hander, which he said usually switch hitters are, really struggled from that side. And what he did, obviously, in the minor leagues was he had to catch up from the left side. So he ended up overcompensating, and it showed last year, especially in 2025, from the right side. X hit 236 with a 564 OPS. This year, X from the left side, or from the right side rather, is hitting 333. He's 12 for 36. And yesterday, it was the first time in his career he had hit a home run against a left-handed pitcher. Xavier Edwards, 329 on the year, 3 home runs, and 891 OPS. Yesterday, Clayton McCullough was in awe of X's swing in the first inning.
X's first major league home run from the right side. I mean, that was I think seeing a swing like that, I'll speak on him for a second, I mean, that's probably one of the best balls I've ever seen him hit right-handed. I mean, it really was. But I think we've seen that all year long from really both sides. He's been terrific.
Right there from Clayton McCullough, the best right-handed swing that he has seen in X in the last 2 years. We will talk more about that in segment 4. Xavier Edwards, of course, is back in the lineup for the Miami Marlins. We'll break here. Coming up next, we'll get you at the count. Zach Littell, Richard Lovelady will do like the dash, and Janson Junk. They will start today. We'll break. We got more on the other side on the Marlins Radio Network.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
In Miami, we don't drink coffee, we drink cafecito. Our pastries, we call them pastelitos. And when we want a low price, we know you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Take advantage of a Pricito now on all of your favorite new Volkswagen models, like a Tiguan, Jetta, Taos, Atlas, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Volkswagen today. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Volkswagen with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money. Because you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or start shopping for your Pricito now at DoralVolkswagen.com. Present any Miami Volkswagen dealer's unexpired new vehicle advertisement for verification. Other Lithia dealerships do not qualify. The competing offer must be available for immediate purchase at the advertised price. The competitor's vehicle must be identically equipped as our in-stock vehicle used for comparison.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 17th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 17th. We'll see you there.
This is Anthony Bender, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
This afternoon, starting pitchers. They are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or at DoralVolkswagen.com. What's going on, everyone? Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Saturday afternoon. It is an absolute pleasure to have you along for the ride. Jack McMullen, Rod Allen, they have your call at 4:10 here today. We'll get Jack on in segment 4, but let's get you ahead of the count here. We'll start with Zach Littell. Again, Richard Lovelady is going to open for the Nationals, but I thought, you know what, you want to know more about the guy that's probably going to go longer in this game or not. You never know. Zach Littell, 30-year-old right-hander. So this guy signed a 1-year, $7 million deal pretty late, I would say, in spring, in the middle, I would say, middle to the late ends of spring training. He's in season 9. This is his 6th different team. Littell this year, 1-4, a 7 ERA in 5 starts, 7 appearances. Remember, the last 2, he has come out of the bullpen, 32 1/3. 17 Ks to 12 walks. Jack told me that he's given up 13 home runs in 32 in a third innings pitch. He is a guy that is now going to look at a similar role. Do we remember Cal Quantrill from last year? Marlins kind of used him in smaller situations. If they started him, they would start him 2 or 3 innings and then pull him. This is kind of the same thing, except Littell is open to coming out of the bullpen. He actually worked out of relief pretty well on Sunday against the Brewers. 3 2/3 innings, 1 run. It was the second, again, appearance for Littell out of the bullpen, and it was the second of the year with fewer than 3 runs surrendered. Here was Blake Butera on Littell.
I think he just did a really good job of living on the edges, not really leaving pitches over the middle of the plate. Also, he was ahead a ton, threw a bunch of strikes, which he always does, but I think he did a really good job of missing barrels by not missing over the heart of the plate.
Big thing with Zach Littell. First time through the order, opponents written 259. Second time, 373. That's obviously why that they're moving him into the bullpen. And again, he should go, I would say, like 3 1/3, 4 innings, something like that. We'll see how Butera wants to manage him as far as the second time in the order is concerned. He will go opposite Janson Junk, 30-year-old right-hander. He'll make his 8th start of the season, 2-3. Your number 5 starter has a 2.82 ERA over 38 1/3 innings pitched, 27 punch-outs to 8 free passes. He did take the unfortunate loss on Monday against the Philadelphia Phillies. He allowed 1 run over 5 1/3. The only blemish was that Bryce Harper solo shot. 64 of his 92 pitches were for strikes. Here was Junk on what he thought.
I thought it was a good outing. I feel like I executed well. Stuff was a good spot. Changeup was really working. Felt like we were keeping it off balance other than a few mistakes, especially the Harper one. But yeah, overall, I thought it was solid. Left with the game in a good spot and a chance to, score some runs. And King coming in and getting out of that inning for me was big time. Just unfortunate we couldn't come away with it.
Janson Junk, he's allowed 1 run over his last 16 1/3 innings pitched. This will be his second career start against the Washington Nationals. He started 5 times right here at Lone Depot Park this year. 2.63 ERA, 27 1/3 innings pitched. Another good nugget. Righties are hitting just 148 against Janson Junk. So it'll be Zach Littell for the most part going opposite Janson Junk. But again, Richard Lovelady will open up for Blake Butera's Washington Nationals. We'll break Jack McMullen on the other side regarding Xavier Edwards and what the Marlins are going to have to do to break this stigma as the Nationals are going to yet another lefty in this series. We're back in 2 on the Marlins Radio Network.
Visit Miccosukee Casino and Resort, where fortune meets fun. With over 1,800 slot machines, high-stakes bingo, 24/7 poker, and exciting high-limit slots, there's something for everyone to enjoy. From luxurious accommodations and exquisite dining at La Brisa to live entertainment and handcrafted cocktails at Temp Lounge, we thank you for choosing us as the premier casino, resort, brunch, and date night spot in Miami. Reimagined, redesigned. Rediscover Miccosukee Casino and Resort online at miccosukee.com.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and memorable moments. Make your plans today for July 24th through the 27th for the induction of Carlos Beltran, Andrew Jones, and Jeff Kent as the class of 2026. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown.
Hey, it's Tobin and Leroy. Catch us weekdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on WQAM. You know, we got the Marlins and everything else going on in South Florida sports. We like to have a good time, shenanigans, and I'll tell you how they don't make them like Brad Penny anymore. Weekdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Catch us on your home for the Marlins. FM 104.3 WQAM and always streaming on Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
John Crook here. And baseball stats can tell you a lot. When your car breaks, you want a company that has all the right stats on your team. CarShield's been in business for over 20 years. That's staying power. They're America's most trusted auto protection. That's reputation. They've sold over 3 million contracts. That's a whole lot of happy drivers. Let CarShield help with costly repairs when an unexpected breakdown happens.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
This is Jacob Marcy, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on 104.3 WQAM.
Well, we're off and running here on a Saturday afternoon from the Magic City. Lone Depot Park is our location on this Saturday afternoon. It is game 2 of this 3-game set between the Marlins and the Nationals. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen joins me now. Jack, we had a great segment earlier about Xavier Edwards, particularly from the right side, shared our conversation with him at FanFest, particularly asking him that question, how he worked on it, and now he's excelling. I want to give you this bite from Clayton McCullough last night. This is after Xavier Edwards had his first career home run from the right side against a left-handed pitcher.
X's first major league home run from the right side. I mean, that was I think seeing a swing like that, I'll speak on him for a second, I mean, that's probably one of the best balls I've ever seen him hit right-handed. I mean, it really was. But I think we've seen that all year long from really both sides. He's been terrific.
One of the best balls he has seen hit from that side of the plate. What made him say that?
Well, of course, it was the first homer, so of course it would be. Honestly, like to actually go into what he did, it was just an A swing from the right side. Like we never see an A swing. And what I mean by A swing is it's your best swing that you get off. It's your power swing. You think about like a B swing or just trying to put bat on ball, make contact, shove it the other way. X is starting to like really let it eat in the batter's box sometimes. And we see that a lot from him when he's standing on the left side against a right-handed pitcher. But against a left-handed pitcher, we really don't see that. He kind of goes back to that Xavier Edwards, not of old, but like of current, where he's going to try and hit 300 and he's going to try and move the baseball around, drop right in front of outfielders. But that was a swing that could have sent the ball 400 feet, and it did send the ball 400 feet. So that was just like a vigorous swing and a swing where X totally trusted what he's doing from the right side. So that's probably what made Clayton say that.
What catches your ear most about this? The square-up percentage for Xavier Edwards, 31% last year, 40% this year. Chase down from 27% to 21%, or K rate 14% to 9%.
I'm going to give you the front two because what X does is not strike out, like always. That's been the case. And there was a stretch last year, particularly from the right side against left-handed pitching, where X was striking out a lot, right? And it was fastballs up from lefties, and he was struggling, and he was punching out on that. So the K rate last year was elevated, I think. So 9% is actually like where we should expect to see Xavier Edwards. This guy should be one of the top 10, top 15 players in baseball in terms of limiting strikeouts. But for me, like it's the chase leading to the hard hit or the barrel or the launch or the squared up, like anything like that.
Sure.
He can get more into his power bag, and it just seems like he's doing that this year.
Xavier Edwards back at the top for the Miami Marlins, who now today I took this personal. Richard Lovelady is going to come out of the bullpen as a left-hander to open up for the Nats. Now, I know what you could tell me is, well, they did this for Littell before. Jack, there's no secret now around baseball. The Marlins are going to continue to be challenged by left-handed pitchers, whether they're starters, whether they're relievers, or whether they're openers.
The best version of the Marlins lineup is against right-handed pitching. Point blank, period. You got Hicks in the lineup. You got Casey in the lineup. You got Marcy in the lineup. You got Stowers in the lineup. A lot of those guys are going to be in the lineup against a left-handed starter as well. But, I mean, it's just a matter of circumstance and needing to with what's left on your bench right now. Joe Mack is a lefty hitting catcher now. So you've got both catchers that are lefties. Both catchers are really talented. You've got a whole bunch of outfielders that hit from the left side. And I'm just looking at that saying, okay, the best foot forward is against a right-handed pitcher. So what are opponents going to do? They're going to try and not make you put your best foot forward. Natural. The Marlins do need to figure out kind of the guys to really get humming against lefties, because even after Lovelady goes 2 innings or whatever he may go, all right, Littell goes 3, maybe 4 if the stars align for him.
Yeah.
I bet you Mitchell Parker's coming out of the bullpen there. Mitchell Parker is a lefty. Like, that's going to be the recipe against the Marlins until proven otherwise.
Yeah, you have to beat it.
Yeah, it's on them to get to a lefty and disincentivize turning to a lefty.
Well, hopefully we can get to him early. The first inning has been this. I think the homestand series, homestand storyline, this entire 10 gamer. I mean, it feels like either the Marlins are getting behind really quickly and then they come back and cut it to 1 or tie it up, but it feels like a lot of these games are like being won and lost in the opening frame.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is. You know, you always want to talk about scoring first, but now, honestly, I think like in this final 2-game stretch of this homestand, all I want to see is a zero in the top of the first. Like, I'm just begging for zeros, and I feel really good about Janson doing that today. I feel really good about Sandman doing that tomorrow.
Yeah, interesting number here, Jack. So 5 Major League pitchers have streaks of 5 or more games this season in which they induced at least 6 ground ball outs. Sandy Alcantara actually owns the longest such streak this season. But Janson Junk is right behind him. 6 straight games with 6+ groundouts. What do you take from that?
I was not expecting that coming into this year. I thought this guy was going to be a pop-out guy because of the fastball and like everything kind of working off the fastball that carries well at the top of the strike zone. But what that's telling me is Janson is mixing up the pitches and has guys off balance. So they're just putting the ball on the ground. Testament to the slider, testament to the changeup that he's throwing about twice as much as he did last year, testament to the curveball. Like all of those other pitches, he can kind of kitchen sink his way through starts now. And that not only opens like a whole different avenue for Rob Marcello to call pitches, but it also opens up a new way to get outs, and that's on the ground. We saw a lot of flyouts and pop-outs against Junk last year. We're seeing 49% ground balls right now, which is above average.
You ready to get a victory today?
I think so.
I think we need it. We need it bad. Janson Junk, he will toe the rubber for Miami. He'll go opposite Richard Lovelady. We'll break X-Poll question, Steve's guarantee when we come back on the Marlins Radio Network.
Visit Miccosukee Casino and Resort, where fortune meets fun. With over 1,800 slot machines, high-stakes bingo, 24/7 poker, and exciting high-limit slots, there's something for everyone to enjoy. From luxurious accommodations and exquisite dining at La Brisa to live entertainment and handcrafted cocktails at Temp Lounge, we thank you for choosing us as the premier casino, resort, brunch, and date night spot in Miami. Reimagined, redesigned. Rediscover Miccosukee Casino and Resort online at miccosukee.com.
Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, and our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
The Ritz-Carlton Key Biscayne, Miami invites you to discover a new era of coastal luxury following its $100 million transformation, where open-air design and sweeping ocean views create a seamless connection to the sea. Set across 17 acres of pristine beachfront, the resort blends island serenity with the dynamic rhythm of Miami. Experience the calm between the currents of city and sea and reserve at ritzcarlton.com or call 1-800-542-8680.
This is Griffin Conine, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on 104.3 WQAM.
Thank you, Griffin, for reminding me. I saw Griff this afternoon. He's taking some live ABs actually earlier today, and hopefully he will continue that successful rehab. He is coming back from that hamstring surgery. Welcome back here to Marlins on Deck on this Saturday afternoon. From beautiful Miami, it is game 2 of this 3-game set. Janson Junk looking to steer this thing in the right direction. It has been a frustrating, disappointing, close loss homestand, but again, there are still a ton of time in game 40 of 162. Let's get to our X-Poll question today at Marlins Radio. How many multi-RBI efforts does Liam Hicks have this season? Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. Trev, I'm ready for some takes. Let's dial it up. Steve's guarantees.
Almost time to play ball. First pitch coming up in moments. Steve's guarantees coming up now.
Let me give you my first guarantee, a station ID on the Marlins Radio Network.
Marlins baseball on WQAM-FM and HD1 Miramar. WQAM-AM Miami and Odyssey Sports Station.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
Trev, not happy with how I conducted that station ID, but we kind of move on here. First inning, I said this to Jack. Marlins score in the first inning. I really don't care a lot about scoring in the opening frame, but I had to care after these games because I look back and I go, oh, okay, 3 spot in the first inning. Oh, 2 spot in the first. Marlins score in the opening frame. Second, Connor Norby. Love this opportunity against Lovelady. I think Lovelady's going to get 2 innings, but let's see. Lovelady throws his sinker a ton to righties, and opponents are hitting 438. Norby's hitting 357 against sinkers. I like Norby to have an extra base hit. Janson Junk, quality start, 6 innings, less than 3 runs. He's been really an anchor. Him and Max Meyer have been the most consistent arms in the Marlins rotation, and also he has a 2 ERA at Lone Depot Park. All signs point to a Janson Junk quality start. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints the picture. Rod Allen, he's ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins baseball. It is next on the Marlins Radio Network.